GoCast Network.
Yes. Yes. It is another episode of The Right Turn with Daryl Wright. And I am your co-host, Renee Garcia, filling in the entire show for Daryl Wright. Daryl Wright is not going to be able to be with us today because he's out on the road doing his thing, doing his comedy thing, because that's what we do as comedians. We go on the road, and that's how we make moolah. Anyway, we hope Daryl the best here. Maybe we can try to get him to do a call-in or something like that. But first thing is first. Lots to talk about, lots to do, so little time to do it with. So we're going to start off real fast, and we're going to keep this party rolling here real quick. Once again, I am Renee Garcia, your host for today on The Right Turn. First thing is first. Ladies, give it up for yourselves. Give it up for Miss Danica Patrick. Holy cow, the first woman ever to win the Daytona pole. She did it, and she did it in style. She did it fast. She did it quick, and she did it better than any of the guys on the track that day. She did it better than any of the guys, man. And you know what was so cool about that is that the fact that the guys gave it up for her. The guys gave it up for her. And my boy, Brad Keselowski, this is my dude. This is my dude. I became a big fan of this guy last year all the way and just, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I got on the bandwagon, but I rode him all the way to the end. And what a cool dude this is, man, especially for his age, because this guy could have just went in so many different directions, and normally how we see young athletes go and say stupid things, but this guy said one of the best compliments to Danica Patrick, and what he basically said is that, you know what, I don't see her as just a female driver. I see her as another driver. Jeff Gordon also said some good things about her, and by the way, Jeff Gordon was the only guy that came close. They came even close to matching her at top speed level. I mean, we're talking about 196 miles an hour that Jeff Gordon got. Danica Patrick went over that. So Jeff Gordon was the only one that came close to doing that, man, and he gave it up for her too as well. But what a great day, and not just in NASCAR, but in sports history with Danica Patrick doing that. She did it in fashion. She did it in style. She did it her way. That team, a big shout out to Danica Patrick team, the GoDaddy team there. Just what an awesome day in NASCAR. And so a big round of applause. You ladies should be feeling wonderful. So fellas, this is what it's coming down to, fellas. Get with the program. Sports is it's being taken over, and Danica Patrick and all the other wonderful women that have done things over the years in sports, they're one to be reckoned with. So if you're out there looking for a housewife to be, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? These women, they got things to do. They got dreams to follow, just like men, just like we do. So you need to recognize, fellas. You need to wake up and smell the coffee. Mm-hmm. So big shouts out to Danica Patrick, man. And real quick, also, I know it's NASCAR and everything, but in the sports world in general, we cannot go past the fact that Dr. Jerry Buss, arguably one of the best NBA franchise owners ever to live, passed away this morning, unfortunately, due to complications of cancer treatments that he was receiving. So rest in peace, Dr. Jerry Buss. Our hearts go out to him and his family, and all the entire Laker organization and all you Laker fans out there. I am not a Laker fan, but I was a fan of the way this guy ran his business and his team. That is the way that I would imagine that any team, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, you want your team run by a guy like that who is all about winning.
Well, he was like the Red Auerbach of Lakers.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
I'm from Boston. I'm Wayne Frazier, by the way.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I almost forgot. Wayne Frazier is in the house with us today. He is the host of his own podcast, The Balancing Act. I was going to get there, I was going to get there, Wayne. But anyway, he is the host of his own podcast show, The Balancing Act. And when does that come on?
That is on every Monday here at the GoCast Network.
Okay.
2 to 3 Pacific Standard Time.
Awesome. So
the entertainment business.
If you guys get a chance to listen up at the Balancing Act podcast with Wayne Frazier, real quick, give our listeners a little bit of what your podcast is about.
Well, I will. How about that? Basically, our show is it's 4 of us: Natalie Rodericks, Diana Domino, and Brandon West. Everybody, eclectic, different group there. 2 women, 2 men. It's a great setup. We're talking about the entertainment business and how you have to balance whether you're a bartender and you're going to auditions and acting, or producing or writing. You have to balance all these things,
right?
In order to, there's no 15 minutes of fame. Yes, there is. It is out there, but it doesn't happen for a long withstanded time.
Awesome.
So you have to balance yourself.
Okay, so that's what the Balancing Act is. All right,
yes.
Cool deal. So just so everybody knows, if you're not going to listen to the Balancing Act and hear about a man on a trapeze or
you might.
walking a line, you
never
might,
know.
but it's got nothing to do with the show.
We had Brad Williams on today, and it went all over the place. So
little Brad Williams.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
As opposed to the big Brad Williams,
Yes.
but nobody knows big Brad Williams. We all know little Brad Williams. Whatchamacallit? Well, but again, going back to what we were talking about, Wayne, is that you want your franchises to be run by a guy like this. You do.
Absolutely.
He was all about winning. He was all about entertainment, and especially in a city like Los Angeles.
Right.
Los Angeles, New York. When you hear championships, those are the 2 cities that come to mind.
And I believe he brought 10 championships in his reign, and that's nothing to bark at.
Right, and we're talking like at least 30 years, I believe, that it was.
Yeah.
Man, that's unbelievable. Laker fans should feel really, really lucky. I mean, that they were able to have a guy like that step on in, and you know what? And another thing that I heard too was that as soon as he took the reins over, and I didn't even know this. Obviously, because I'm not a Laker fan, I'm not from Los Angeles, California. But the year he took over, which was '79,
right,
is when he made sure that if you're not gonna get this Magic Johnson guy, then I'm not buying the team.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, they win the championship in his first year.
Very stern.
At owner. Yeah, man.
Very, very stern.
How awesome is that?
I guess he started in real estate. We were telling us some of the story today on our show, and the fact that he started, bought into an apartment complex, built everything up, and he just created his own empire. And you create that, and all of a sudden, you're the man in charge of a franchise like the Lakers. I mean, that rival. I'm from Boston originally, so of course I'm a Celtics fan.
That's right.
But
everybody just booed you right now.
I know. Yeah,
everybody
sorry, LA.
Everybody just gave you the finger. Everybody just gave you the finger
Still
twice.
Love you guys. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Boston.
But it's one of the best rivalries in sports. The Lakers and Boston. And it's synonymous. In fact, as a matter of fact, I believe Boston's going to be here Wednesday night against the Lakers.
Yeah, it is.
But it's that kind of franchise.
Right. So when the Lakers take the court again, it'll be a very emotional time for them, I can imagine. A very emotional time for their fans. Like I said, my heart's in... and my thoughts go out to the Jerry Buss family and all the Laker fans. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and in the '80s, right, we a big Rockets fan. We didn't have really good teams, but we had the Twin Towers at the time with Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon when they were really young. And the best moment that I had was when Ralph Sampson, shot that last second, just heave-ho at the end when it went in. Oh my God, that was the NBA Finals for me at that time, because I knew we weren't going to beat the Boston Celtics. There's no way we were going to beat the Boston Celtics. I was like, if we win one game, Ralph Sampson getting into a fight with Gary Shestink, I think it was guy's name was the little German guy. Yeah. That was the best part of the finals for me. But in any case, enough basketball. I want to just this Danica Patrick is just phenomenal. It's an amazing accomplishment. It's probably the best thing that she's had, obviously, in her NASCAR career so far. Sure. Although she did have success in 2008 and 2009 when she came out on top in those races at that time.
And she did pretty well in Indy, right?
Like she did. That was back in 2008, I believe. One of them was in Japan, I believe it was 2009. But anyway, but the fact that she won the pole,
and to make that adjustment from IndyCar to NASCAR is such a different vice. If you're going slower, but yet you're still just jamming around.
You know what? And when you go at top speeds like that, it takes an unbelievable skill to be able to handle a vehicle like that. Sure. And I don't care if I don't care what kind of vehicle, a race car, a tractor, a three-wheeler, I don't care. A skateboard,
tricycle.
Yes, this is why I hate when people say, "Oh, the NASCAR are just a bunch of rednecks going around in a circle and they're not athletes." And I'm like, you know what? These are the same people who probably watch golf. You know what I mean? And I'm like, people say that golfers aren't, athletes, and I recognize golfers as athletes, and the same should be for NASCAR drivers. These guys, it takes skill to go that fast and handle a car like that. And for a woman to get out there and do that same thing is just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's just she should, and it comes at a bad time because it seems like, because you would think Danica Patrick, and as well as she should get a lot of attention for this, she should get front page news because of all of this,
right?
I got a feeling that it'll probably be overshadowed by Jerry Buss's death. So sorry, ladies, it's always a guy trying to fuck up your parade. So
it's weird how that works.
One way or the other, men are always trying to piss on your parade, and I apologize for that.
If you go here, Renee, the same thing happened a few years back. You hear in the morning Farrah Fawcett passed away, and then that afternoon Michael Jackson
passed away.
So
wasn't that amazing?
Thunder taken away.
I know
from an icon. What do you do?
She's like, damn, I should have held on for just another more day.
Just more
God dog it. By the way, you fans out there of the Right Turn and NASCAR that are listening in, Vodka Time is still alive and well, even though the Darryl Wright is not in the house. Right now, we also have Maker's Time in the house. Maker's Time for me, that is my thing. And actually, really, this is not really Maker's. This is apple juice.
Yes.
They just keep it in the Maker's Mark bottle. I don't know why you guys do that, but well, I appreciate it.
What? Drinking? What?
Exactly. But like I said, Darryl Wright is on the road. He's doing his thing. He's taking Vodka Time on the road and spreading Vodka Time and laughter to all the wonderful cities out there as well. By the way, Wayne, where can they find you, not only on your podcast, the Balancing Act, but can they find you on Twitter? Can they
Absolutely.
find you? Let our audience know where they can find you.
We are at Bouncing Act Pod on Twitter. And you can follow us, subscribe to us on iTunes, or listen Ustream or GoCast Network. Here.
Awesome.
And it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for hanging out with me as well.
Absolutely.
You can also find me, for you fans out there that are starting to still get to know Rene Garcia. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at twitter.com at Rene Garcia Comic. You can also find me on Facebook at Rene Garcia. I am the only guy in a suit because that is what that's what I do, Wayne.
Yeah.
You know me.
Well,
I was here. You know what? What's so funny is that I wanted to talk about this because I remember that night about a couple of weeks ago at the end of January when me and Darryl had that show here at the John Lovitz.
Yes.
And for those of you that were here, our fans that came out to come see the show, you guys remember, but for those of you that didn't get to make it out, we had a show, and Darryl Wright's going to come in and close it out.
It's his show.
It's his show, yeah. I was just a part of it because he asked me to do it, and I'm like, He's my buddy. We're sitting off to the side at the bar, and Darryl's like, I'll be right back. You know what I mean? And and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the way that he said it, that I'll be right back. I was like, this doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
And so we keep putting up these comedians and thank God that comedians hang out. And this is why if you're a young comedian out there, a young wannabe comedian, you got to hang out sometimes, because sometimes that is on your side.
Yeah, a phone's just not going to ring.
Exactly.
You've got to be there, and thank goodness we had some people there.
You got to want it. And unfortunately, Daryl didn't. I don't know. At one point, he didn't want it that night, but he takes off,
disappeared,
and he disappears. So we
no idea.
Now, thank God, I've been doing this for almost 15 years now, so I know what the hell I'm doing.
Unbelievable.
I go up there, and I'll be honest with you, Wayne. I in my head, I had it in my head that I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen and what's going to transpire my time on stage.
Yeah.
But I said it in my head that I was ready to do an hour. I was like, I hope I don't have to do an hour.
Right.
Not because I can't do an hour, but I didn't want the crowd to be so tired by the time Daryl got up there.
Right, because they'd already been through a few comics and that. But I have to applaud this gentleman. My goodness.
Thank you, and I'll take the compliment.
Unbelievable. First of all, you were funny throughout the whole thing.
Thank you.
Absolute professional through and through. Unbelievable, funny stuff, going and going and going. And so we're still stretching the time out, and Renee takes his bag full of CDs and gives everybody in the audience one of his CDs, and I thought that was magic. Talk about professional. You guys definitely catch Renee.
Well, it might have been magic, but it pissed me the fuck off, because I was like, oh, my money. I was like, this is what I was going to sell to get money. I was like, shit. But you know what? That crowd deserved it, Wayne.
Yeah.
And they hung in there, and I thought they deserved that. You know what? And money at that point really didn't matter to me.
And you held them. We didn't lose anybody. They waited. They enjoyed it. They stayed. You kept them on their toes.
And people out there that are fans of the Right Turn and are fans of Daryl Wright. I'm going to tell you something about Daryl. This guy, not only did his fans stay there to just enjoy the show, you know what? I almost saw it in their face. Like, you know what? Well, maybe Daryl didn't feel up to it, or maybe he got sick, or what happened, and we were just trying to pass time. But they seemed like they were just okay with what they were satisfied at that point. Yeah. But here comes Daryl, and he comes on in, and he just needs a few seconds to grab a drink and hit the stage, which he didn't really need the drink because he was fucking hammered. Anyway, so he was hammered.
Vodka times.
Yeah, but he was vodka times way past the times. So Daryl gets up and he kills.
Yeah.
This crowd had already been through, it seemed like 4 hours of comedy.
Yep.
And they were comedied out. And Daryl gets up there, and I swear he was like the second act, the second or third act.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you the kind of awesome comedian that Daryl is, that he can go in there and still make this crowd laugh. And that goes to show you how awesome that crowd was to be there hanging in
Definitely
at that time.
applause to them. They really kept their cool through the whole thing. But, you know, going back to you real quick, you know, professionalism on both parts. I really
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Give you more and more applause for that, because you kept them rolling, you kept them there, and next thing you know, Daryl comes in and just crushes it.
Yeah, he does, and I thought it was awesome.
I loved it.
I thought it was awesome. Listen, you guys, we got a lot of guests coming up today. We got my boy Diaz Mackey coming in for an in-studio hangout. He's going to be with us. Diaz Mackey, a comedian from Las Vegas. He lives here, resides here in Los Angeles now, doing his thing. He's going to come in and talk with us. We got Riley Sapphire coming in, who also is out in Vegas. I'm not going to tell you what she does in Vegas. I'll let her tell you what she does in Vegas.
I'm excited.
But it's got something to do with a bunny rabbit and a ranch. So.
It's not the scene with it's the movie Fatal Attraction, right?
Right.
It's not that kind of.
I'll let you guys think of your own thing. So anyway, we also got my girl Tasia from the Dr. Susie show. She's going to do a call in, as well as my boy Kirk Nossman. He's going to do a call in with us as well. So we got a lot of things coming up.
Wow.
We're gonna take a break right now, and then we're gonna come right back, and we're gonna get started.
Exciting.
This party's just getting started. That was just the warm up.
Loving it.
That was just appetizing. We're gonna be right back. The Turn Show. Renee Garcia.
listening to the GoCast Network.
What's up, guys? This is Danny Trejo, and I want to tell you about the best restaurant in Southern California, the Second Floor in Huntington Beach. The Second Floor is a one-of-a-kind tattoo and cutting-edge art bar. The food is amazing. Try our rockin' nachos, the sliders, or the monster colossal burgers, or my favorite, the Trejo's tacos. Second Floor. I'll see you there.
¿Qué pasó? What's going on, people? This is Gabriel Iglesias. Oh my God, he's speaking Spanish! Not really, baby, but that's what it sounded like. You're hanging with my boys Dick and Darren right here with Darren the Rooster Carter. El Gallo!
Before you hit fast forward, listen to this.
It's the big hot rockin', non-stoppin', less talking, boss jockin', head knockin', finger poppin', yanking, crankin', hiney spankin', wham bam, thank you ma'am, 50,000 watt blowtorch of rock and roll! That is the Dick and Darren Show.
Dick and Darren downloaded 185 episodes. It's pretty good for you. You'll like it. Up in your ear hole.
On the GoCast Network.
Buckstar here, Greg Seitz, whatever my name is, Greg Buckstar Seitz, CEO of GoCast Network.
And I'm Gary Garver, formerly of, I don't even want to mention that asshole's name, from the GoCast Network, program director of the GoCast Network.
Weren't you on Journey?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Sammy Hagar, they say.
Sammy Hagar. And you know what? We got some sick new technology. You can check us out with Vidi.
What the hell's Vidi, Greg? I have no idea what that is.
Vidi is Instagram, Twitter combined for a great 15-second video experience where you'll see awesome clips and fun stuff.
Wow, I can't wait to check that out. Where do we go?
Vidi.com? I think so.
Okay, cool.
We're back on the GoCast Network.
Nice. Dixie Chicks, right?
Come on. Yeah, baby. We are back.
Who doesn't know?
The Right Turn.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't know about those Dixie Chicks? You want to hear something funny? I had a problem with the Dixie Chicks years back when we all started this whole war thing when the American
was
war,
that the
yeah.
when they were in Texas and did the whole thing?
Yeah, right. And but it, you know what? I think they weren't even on American soil when they did it. They were I think on tour somewhere.
I thought they were in Texas. Were they not?
You know what? I don't remember. All I know is that they were bashing, and at the time,
Yeah.
it's not what we need. And I understand. You know, I'm a comedian for crying out loud,
Yeah.
and I'm all about freedom of speech. But my brother was in the Marine Corps at that time. He was on the front lines, and
Yeah.
and it just really pissed me off. But you know what? After a while, I thought about it, and I said, you know what? If anybody should understand the freedom of speech, it should be me, because I'm a freaking comedian for crying out
Right,
loud.
right.
And there's a lot of things that I know I say that people don't agree with.
Well, how do you
And,
feel about that, though? Being a comedian and using the stage as your platform, do you think there's the fine line between that and what they said and doing a concert you pay
Well, no.
so much money to do?
You know,
is it the political comment or what?
Well,
you as a comic?
politics aren't my thing to begin with. You know,
Right.
you know, it's not my strength. I'm not a Lewis Black type of guy,
Right.
or you know, a Dennis Miller kind of guy.
But you know going in, that's what you're going to.
Yeah, but just in general, speaking my mind and speaking my thoughts on stage and whatnot. You know, regardless of what the circumstances are,
Mm-hmm.
I respect that, because I mean, I'm in the business of speaking my mind and freedom of speech, and I don't want people to go, oh, you can't say that. You know, we got to
Right.
make laws where you can't say that. Well, no,
Right.
because then where does it stop?
Well, yeah,
you
'cause
know,
that's
I
our
mean, because
amendments.
there's things that and not to open up a big can of worms here, but
Right.
but just as much as they talked about, you know, against the war, that was their right to do it. But just as it is my right to say some of the things that I say on stage, or Daryl, or you, or any other comedian
Yeah.
out there who says something that other people oppose. Let's take, for example, Bill Maher. There's a guy who creates a lot of controversy because
Yeah.
a lot of the religious beliefs that he has and
Sure.
stuff, and people don't agree with it. Now, I'm probably one of the very few that you know, just kind of like, you know, applaud people for freedom of speech and whatnot, and I don't oppose that. But I'd rather keep it just the way it is. And hey, you know what? There's things that I don't agree with, but then again, there's people that don't agree with the things that I say, and you know what? I'd rather keep it that way.
Right, which makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
we're getting a call, my friend.
We are getting a call, and we're gonna take this call right now, and we're gonna find out and see exactly who we be. Who is it? Let's find out. This is The Right Turn. Welcome to The Right Turn. Who's on the line with us today? Here we go. Middle one. Welcome to The Right Turn. Who we got today? Welcome to The Right Turn.
Who the hell is this?
This is Rene Garcia. Who this be?
Daryl.
My man Daryl. What it be like, man?
Vodka time.
I just got screened on my own motherfucking show, dog. Somebody just screened me. They were like, welcome to The Right Turn. And they were like, welcome to The Right Turn. And I'm like, yeah, who the hell is this? And they're like, huh? And I'm like, this is Daryl. Who the fuck is this?
Boy, I tell
When
you.
did we get a screener?
I'm telling you, you know what? A black man can't catch a break.
Yeah,
even on his own show.
It's the white turn now, not the right turn.
That's right. It's Rene Garcia and The Right.
When did we get a phone screener? When the fuck did we get a phone screener, dog?
We only because it's Black History
They
Month.
can't even play the music right half the damn time, and now we got a phone screener.
A black man can't catch a break. Damn, Daryl can't even catch a break on his own show.
I feel like, Renee, I just got frisked coming on my own show, man.
Dude, that's terrible. That is
I
just
feel
sad.
like they just patted me down coming on my own show. They're like, yes, this is The Right Turn. Who's this? I'm like, damn, that's not Renee. I know. I know he sounds Caucasian, but this is ridiculous.
Hey, Daryl, listen, man. I want to know your, because we've been talking about it the whole first segment, but you got to give me your 2 cents on this Danica Patrick winning the poll in Daytona.
Dog, first of all, it's amazing, and it's beyond. The only thing as a NASCAR fan that I can equate to this to is, because you got to understand, the Daytona 500 is the biggest race in NASCAR. So on the biggest stage in NASCAR, this young lady pulls off the pole. Now she hasn't won the race. Don't get it twisted, but to just accomplish anything on the biggest level of NASCAR in the biggest race, to have this young lady who I've been saying can drive for the last 2 years. I've been telling y'all that she can drive. So for all of you jackasses that's in your mama basement talking that bullcrap about Danica won the pole, every nigga out there that's making Danica won the pole jokes probably doesn't use their own, because they don't understand this is a big deal, man. This is incredible. The only thing that I can come close to equating this to, as far as equal rights for people, is when Doug Williams won the Super Bowl. It's got to be a little bit.
You know what? That's
it's
true.
underneath of that. It's underneath of that, but you got to understand what stage that Danica is on. She's at the Daytona 500. This is not, with all due props to every other race, this ain't the fucking Jiffy Lube 500 in Boca somewhere. This is the Daytona 500, and this young lady won the pole to it. So it's a big deal. Congratulations to her. All the dudes in NASCAR are classy as hell, and they giving her props. She did it. And it's time for people to understand, like, dog, this girl can drive. She's not there as a billboard. I'm just hoping that they let her drive this year.
Yeah.
It is a really big deal, and any father that has a daughter, this should be something that you point to. That's one more thing that your daughter can do. Don't let her play basketball, because that's not the move. But let her drive NASCAR, man. Like, you can point your daughter and say, look, dog, there it is. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
any father of a daughter that would make these stupid ass jokes that I'm seeing on Twitter, you must be an absentee father, because you're an asshole. Any father would love for his daughter
and you know
to
what?
watch this young lady do something like that.
And if I had a daughter, I'd tell her, look, and if you can't be like Danica Patrick, if you can't race a car like her, I want you to look just as damn good in a bikini as Danica Patrick. If all else fails.
Renee is trifling as hell.
It's a fire retardant bikini.
Right. Hey, Daryl, real quick, let me ask you this too. shed some light on me too, man. Give me your 2 cents about and of course we all know that Danica Patrick should enjoy the limelight right now. But how crazy is it that every time a woman does something great, it has to be overshadowed by another guy? Dr. Jerry Buss dies today. You know that this morning from the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers. How messed up is that, man? What kind of timing is this shit right now?
It's not that it's like it's Danica Patrick's fault. Like all the conspiracy theories that I'm seeing, I actually saw somebody say that she gave him cancer. Like really. Come on, man. It's like, dog. But as far as Lakers fans, I've hated the Lakers a long time because I am a Spurs fan. But I will tell you this. Jerry Buss, as far as entertainment value and as far as being an owner that's a straight anybody would want to play for, like straight, just good dude. I've been to the old Staples Center and seen that old club where all the stars used to hang out at. It was like one of those 1950s Frank Sinatra type joints where if you wasn't somebody, don't even walk to the door type of thing. Like he was on some. It was Hugh Hefner, and right after him, it was Jerry Buss. Yeah, and like that's how those dudes was rolling. So Jerry Buss not only is a throwback time gone by as an NBA owner, he's a throwback to owners that really gave a damn about their players and gave a damn about winning. That's what pisses you off. Yeah. Who in the world is mad at the? Tell me this much: who? Because like Spurs fans, Houston fans, Boston fans, y'all didn't never get mad at the Charlotte Hornets owner. Who gives a fuck? They gonna lose. Everybody hated the Lakers. Why? Because Jerry Buss had winners, dog.
That's right. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Magic Johnson. He surrounded Magic. Come on now, Michael Thompson. Really?
Dude.
Really?
Oh man.
Michael Thompson. Really? Michael Thompson has rings.
Yeah.
Because you put together a championship type team. And so, hey, who's called in so far?
Oh, I don't know, but we got you, and then we got another caller on the line.
Okay, cool. Well, let me go, but just real quick, gotta give a shout out to my boys over at zipmatch.org. Everybody that listens to the show knows who they are. That's why I can drink so much. Physical therapy, dog. Go to zipmatch.org. Put in your zip code and exercise with people that exercise on your level. Jog, walk, whatever. Go out there. It's no excuse not to get in shape. Go to zipmatch.org. They are the move. And for all of you fans, March the 1st, I'm headlining the Hollywood Improv. I'm back, Playboys. I don't know how Bud Freeman let me back in that joint, but it's about to be on. March the 1st, guys. It is on. And just remember, ask Riley about karaoke.
I will. I'll do it, Daryl. Thanks for calling in, baby.
All right, peace, guys.
Peace.
Daryl, take care.
All right, we're going to go to our next caller here real quick. Welcome to The Right Turn. Who we got on the line with us today?
Riley Sapphire from the Love Ranch South.
Riley! Oh, my goodness. It's Riley Sapphire. How you doing, sweetie pie?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh God, we're doing great here today. We are talking women. We are talking sports. I mean,
doesn't get any better than that.
Right.
And we're having just drinks.
Right.
I mean, water.
Riley, let me ask you this real quick before we get started. Are you a NASCAR fan at all?
Am I what?
Are you a NASCAR fan at all?
Yes, I am.
Good. Okay, great. Give me your 2 cents and your point of view of Danica Patrick winning the Daytona pole today. I mean, how do you, as a woman, how does that feel in your point of view?
Well, actually, I think it's really good. She's been doing really great in NASCAR, and I'm really proud of her. It's the same with I'm a huge Jeff Gordon fan, so.
Yeah,
he came in second.
Yeah, and you know what? And Jeff Gordon was the only guy that came close to even matching her. And I mean, it was pretty close, but it wasn't. I mean, for the fact that Jeff Gordon was the only one that got even close to her. I mean, you should be even more happier than anything because you're a Jeff Gordon fan.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, he's a cute guy, so I guess that also helps, right?
So you're in Vegas, am I correct?
Yes.
No. So do you go to the LA track at the Las Vegas? We got Las Vegas track a lot, or are you that into it, or are you just Sunday afternoon on the big screen?
No, I've never been to the LA track, but I have been to the Indy 500.
Oh, wow.
And that's a lot of fun.
Oh, how was that? Was it really good?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun, except for the drunks going crazy and wild, but hey, you can't blame them, right?
Okay, so Riley, tell our listeners who you are. Tell our listeners a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from the Love Ranch South in Crystal, Nevada. I work for Dennis Hoff.
And by the
what else would you like to know?
and you know what? And for our listeners who wanna find you and online to see who you are and want to get to know you a little bit, can we find you on Twitter? Can we find you on Facebook? Where can we find you at?
Oh, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Riley Sapphire1. You can find me on Facebook, Riley Sapphire. You can also find me on our site, loveranch.net.
Awesome. And just for our listeners, just so that I know that we're talking with Riley Sapphire, I personally looked at your Twitter account, and I'd follow you off a cliff. By looking at these pictures here, it don't even have to be Twitter. You just walk and I'll follow.
Selma Louise style, just right off the cliff for you.
Riley, in a nutshell, you're a very pretty girl, and if anybody here on Twitter ain't following Riley Sapphire, you need to follow Riley Sapphire because this is one beautiful hot chick here. Riley, real quick, I have to ask you. I need to know what went down with Daryl doing this karaoke. Can you shed some light for us on this karaoke thing?
Oh, yeah, me and Daryl, we did karaoke one night, and, he is a lot of fun. He is really funny, and we did, like, a duet. It was a lot of fun.
What'd you guys sing?
Yeah, what did you guys sing?
Oh, my gosh, I cannot even remember.
What? Oh, damn! You know it was a good night then.
Was it like
Yeah,
was it like a Grease duet? Tell me more.
Wow.
Tell me more.
Riley, are you familiar with Grease and that movie? You might be too young.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah,
age yourself.
Yeah, because if you haven't seen Grease, that's just un-American. If you haven't seen that movie, you don't have to like it. I'm just saying you have to see it.
Yeah.
So where were you guys at when y'all did this karaoke?
We were here at Love Ranch South.
Oh, y'all were there. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, was he like really faded?
Well, he was drinking vodka, of course.
No.
So.
That is shocking to me because I've never known Daryl to drink vodka. That's horrible.
Oh, right.
We're gonna have a talk with Daryl once he gets back in studio. So Riley, just out of curiosity, okay, you work there at the Bunny Ranch, and and you do what you do. I don't think we have to go into detail exactly, what goes on at the Bunny Ranch, but everybody knows that it's just a place to hang out. Mm-hmm. It's just a place to hang out. There's nothing going on. It's just there, and you guys are there, and it's just like a nice place to hang out, with friends and stuff. So just out of curiosity, how did you get to that point? How did you find that place? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, actually, I listened to Howard Stern a lot, and so I heard Dennis Hoff and his old girlfriend Kenny Parker on there, and I used to watch Dr. Drew Life Changers, so I became interested and emailed them.
Awesome. And do you like living out there? I mean, is that a place that you go, you know what? This is home for me. Mm-hmm. I don't mind living here. Or would you rather the Bunny Ranch be like in the middle of Los Angeles somewhere? or Montana,
right, Butte, Montana.
Yeah, you know what? Can we move the Bunny Ranch to Fiji? Can we put the Bunny Ranch in the Fiji? I mean, but yeah, is Las Vegas where you're located at? Is that a good place that you like to call home?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I live here at the ranch. I've lived here for 7 months straight. I have not had a break yet, but, I love it. I really do. Wow. I enjoy it.
That's cool. That's awesome. And you know what? I've been brought up old school style, and I never ask a woman her weight, and I never ask a woman her age. But whatever those are, Riley, stay there forever because, darling, you're a very pretty girl. And like I said, any of you guys that are not following her on Twitter, or you need to start following this young lady because she's a very beautiful girl and she looks very, very talented. You can just ask Santa Claus in one of your Twitter pictures there.
Loveranch.net.
Exactly. Riley, one more time, could you tell our listeners where they can find you at on Twitter and stuff,
Wow.
and the websites that they can find you at?
Yes, our website is www.loveranch.net. You can find me on Twitter at Riley Sapphire1. And also on Facebook, you can find me, just type in Riley Sapphire, and I'm there.
Awesome. Riley, thank you so much for coming on with us at the Turn Show. We appreciate you calling in. We know you're a busy girl. We know you're a businesswoman, and we know you probably got business to attend to
And
right
it is
now.
nighttime.
Exactly, because I know what time it is over there, girl.
Go time.
I know the sun's going down, and the walkers are coming out. for you Walking Dead fans, that was a Walking Dead reference. There.
It's a different kind of ranch.
Riley, are you a Walking Dead fan?
Am I what?
Are you a fan of The Walking Dead, the show The Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's like, yeah, of course I am. All right, yeah. We get a lot of those guys in here sometimes. Anyway, Riley, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and hang out with us here on The Right Turn. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. You got to come back on in studio sometime when you're back in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, I will definitely.
Okay, Riley. We'll take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye, Riley.
Bye.
Cool deal. That was Riley Sapphire. Make sure you follow her at Riley Sapphire1 on Twitter.
Gorgeous.
Do we need to take a timeout here real quick? We're going to take a timeout, and then we're going to come back and take another call. And then we got my boy, Diaz Mackey in the house. Mr. All-Star comedian from Las Vegas. We're going to party with Mr. Diaz Mackey when we get back. The Right Turn, Renee Garcia.
You're listening to the GoCast Network.
All right, we are the Stimulus Package After Dark.
I got my drink.
I'm Dante.
I'm Rebecca.
Oh.
God, shut up.
Sorry, drinking.
Anyway, we drink and party every Tuesday night in this studio, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 in New York. Tune in every week.
GoCast Network. Awesome.
Buckstar here, Greg Seitz, whatever my name is, Greg Buckstar Seitz, CEO of GoCast Network.
And I'm Gary Garver, formerly of, I don't even want to mention that asshole's name, from the GoCast Network, program director of the GoCast Network.
Weren't you on Journey?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Sammy Hagar, they say.
Sammy Hagar. And you know what? We got some sick new technology. You can check us out with Vidi.
What the hell's Vidi, Greg? I have no idea what that is.
Vidi is Instagram, Twitter combined for a great 15-second video experience where you'll see awesome clips and fun stuff.
Wow, I can't wait to check that out. Where do we go?
Vidi.com? I think so.
Okay, cool.
We're back on the GoCast Network.
All right, we are back at the GoCast Network. This is The Right Turn. I'm Wayne Frazier.
And this is Renee Garcia. We are in the house at The Right Turn, listening to the Dixie Chicks.
Yes.
Drinking a little Maker's Mark, having a little vodka time, having a little Coke or
you,
tea,
Daryl.
water. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my boy Diaz Mackey in the house. Say hello, Diaz Mackey.
What up, though?
Yo, Diaz Mackey in the house from Las Vegas. We're going to get to Diaz in a second, but I got to get to my boy, Kirk Nossman, who's on the line right now. We're going to hit Kirk. Kirk, are you there with us, brother? Kirk, are you there?
Maybe.
Kirk, do we have Kirk on the line?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Tasia from the Dr. Susan Block Show.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Tasia, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Where's Daryl?
Tasia, this is Renee. This is Renee Garcia. I am the co-host of The Right Turn. Daryl is on the road right now. He couldn't be in studio, but we're still going to have fun. We still want you to just do your thing here on The Right Turn. Tasia, please tell our listeners exactly what it is you do, where we can find you. Give us your Twitter account, where we can find you online. And just real quick before you start, I want to give you a little introduction to our listeners. This is Tasia. She's from the Dr. Susie Show. And if all you fans out there who aren't familiar with the Dr. Susie Show, you need to get with it, because this is a great show, and Tasia is part of it. And by the way, am I not mistaken, Tasia, your favorite comedian is Pablo Francisco?
Hell yes.
Oh, how awesome is Pablo Francisco?
Oh my God, Daryl! He let me talk to Pablo on his cell phone once because he has his number.
Right.
And it was awesome. We just went back and forth with all of his jokes.
Oh my God! Did you practically have an orgasm when you talked to Pablo Francisco?
Yeah, I would love for him to come to the Dr. Susan Block show.
I bet you would, girl.
I know all of his jokes. I go crazy.
Now, I have to ask you, Tasia, was it the real Pablo Francisco, or was he doing one of the impressions of the thousands of impressions that he knows?
Oh, well, yeah, all we did was go back and forth with his impressions and jokes, because I know all of them. So.
Unfortunately, Tasia, that's basically what you get from Pablo, because I know Pablo personally myself. I've worked with Pablo many of times, and I swear it's hard to gauge. It almost took me a year after I knew Pablo to know his real voice, because he was either talking like he was either doing George Bush or Arnold Schwarzenegger,
yeah.
or I was like, dude,
bung bung.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God! So now, have you ever met Pablo Francisco, or you just talked to him that one time?
Oh no, I just watch his videos like on repeat. Seriously all the time. And when Daryl came to the show, that's what he walked into my room, and I was watching Pablo's one of his
videos.
Specials. So
that's awesome. World. Yeah, you know what? Let me ask you this: what is your favorite Pablo Francisco video or bit, I should say, that you would like to watch?
Oh, I love the Comedy Central one where he's like, girl, you're fine. And he's like, kill myself, flash my wrist. I love that one.
That's the bit where he was in Miami and he did acid for the first time, or ecstasy, I should say. Wow. By the way, which is kind of a true story. I think he'd done ecstasy like maybe once before that.
Oh, he does the best depiction of being on E. It's excellent. Even the people in the porn was looking at him like he was weird.
Yeah, right. That was such a funny bit. I mean, and he does like the whole what do you call it? The music, and then he's like, it's almost like you're actually on ecstasy and you're at the club that he's at. Like you're with him the entire time that he's doing ecstasy. Did you get that feeling, Tasia? Did you get that feeling that you were actually in the club with him on ecstasy?
Huh?
Did you?
Sorry.
That's all right. I got a man crush on Pablo myself. Trust me.
Yeah.
And I've been knowing the guy for a long time. Believe it or not, one of my favorite Pablo Francisco bits is when he does the. The whole movie guy is that goes without saying. That goes without saying. But when he talks about the whole Mexican, the Mexicans and them riding in the car and bumping their
black
Mexican
bouncer.
music, black bouncer,
the bouncer,
that is hilarious. And when he does the whole, and you're right, the one where he does the whole black, like winning the award. I'm a producer. How you doing, girl? I'm a producer.
White people die.
I write music. Fine. Lay you down.
Yeah, I'm horny.
Love it.
I love it. So anyway, Tasia, tell us a little bit about the Dr. Susie Show, what it is, what you do, what's your connection there. Go ahead and let our listeners know.
I'm the show producer. The Dr. Susan Block Show is a show about sex, and we often have live sex on the show. We have a lot of porn stars. We have comedians like Daryl. And we've had Batista, the WWE champion, and Too Short.
Awesome.
But let's see. The website is drsusanblock.com, drsusanblock.tv. And you can... Oh, I just tweeted the picture of Daryl from Dr. Susie's birthday.
Oh, awesome.
That famous photo, where he's passed out.
Right.
I just tweeted it. You can go to my Twitter at Tasia Suter, TASIASUTOR.
And he will be happy
see
about
how
that.
funny he is.
Awesome. Tasia, you know what? I'm also looking at your Twitter account right now, and you know what? I think it's almost offensive that you only have 3,000 followers. Because guys, I'm going to tell you, ladies, I'm going to tell you, she should be beyond 3,000 followers. You should have 3 million followers because you're a beautiful girl. And I'm looking at your pictures here, and if I had 1 million accounts, I would follow you 1 million times, Tasia. Seriously.
I'm the goodest. That's what I'm telling everyone.
And who is this cute little white dog that you have in one of your pictures here?
That's Bob Barker. He's blind.
Bob Barker, what an awesome little dog. Tasia, thank you for calling in, and we appreciate you calling in and taking your time for. And I know you got a busy schedule, but thank you for calling in and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Once again, can you tell everybody your Twitter account and where they can find you at?
My Twitter is at Tasia Suter. It's like Asia with a T. TASIASUTOR. And then there's at Dr. Susie.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So check us out.
Great.
Thank you, Tasia, for calling
Congratulations
in.
on the show.
We appreciate it. All right, Tasia, we'll talk to you soon. Tasia. Now,
beautiful.
How about we get to my boy Diaz Mackey here from Las Vegas? Say what's up again, Mr.
What
Diaz
up, though?
Mackey. What up? Well, so what's cracking, man? So you live here in Los Angeles, California now, and I've known exactly. Now I've known Diaz for a minute here. We go way back. I met him when he was in Las Vegas. You were doing your thing out there, and I went out there and I was doing one of the clubs there. Diaz, so what's cracking, man?
First, we gotta before we get out, my people's back home at me. I'm from Michigan originally. I'm from Detroit.
Hang tight, Detroit.
Yeah.
Come on, Motor City.
Detroit, like what?
Yeah, Motor City is going
what up, though?
Riot right now.
That's where the what up though come from. That's Detroit slang. What up though?
So Diaz, tell us what's going on in your career. Tell us what's happening.
Well, right now I'm getting ready to actually kick off this Bad Decisions tour.
Awesome.
That I'm kicking off in April, starting off in Chicago, and it's going to end up here in Los Angeles. That's going to start off April 25th.
Starting out in Chi-Town, ending up here in Los Angeles.
When are you going to be here in Los Angeles?
We'll be here May. Let me get these dates down for sure. Should be more prepared for that.
And, is it just you or yourself or
no? It's actually myself, Bob Keane, who I met out here in L.A., who's now in Chicago.
Awesome.
And Tony Valley. It's with the Yes I Am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Marketing company out there, and they're sponsoring the tour. It's like I said, it starts out in Chicago, and I got this information.
Awesome.
And what venue are you going to be in?
Well, it's different venues. Some going to be some bars, and then we're doing clubs like Scottsdale. I'll be headlining there at the Comedy Spot in Scottsdale.
Awesome.
May 9th
Scottsdale Comedy Spot. You're right there. Go check out Diaz Mackey if you live in the Scottsdale, Arizona area.
And then Chicago is, I believe it's the Snuggery Inn.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
out
cool.
there in Edison Park.
And how can anybody find this information? Because we're getting ready to wrap up this show,
you can,
unfortunately.
Find me at Diaz Mackey, DIAZMACKIE.
Okay.
And then at Bad Decisions Tour.
Awesome, cool.
On Twitter, and as well my website, DiazMackey.com.
DiazMackey.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, listen.
And then I do the show Monday nights in North Hollywood over at the Ha Ha Cafe.
Dude, that's awesome. And he's rocking the Detroit hat.
Right.
That's what I love. Hometown flavor right there.
We're battling this year. I'm a Red Sox.
Okay.
Diaz, sorry we didn't have so much time, man. We had so many callers and stuff. But thank you for coming in. We're going to have to get you back in here and do a hell of a lot more time with Diaz.
Had to tell us some of them porn chicks.
You know what? Trust me, they in here all the time because that's how we do it on The Right Turn.
It's much better live.
Right. Yeah. Hit us up on The Right Turn, ladies and gentlemen. Follow us on Twitter at The Turn Show. You can follow me at Rene Garcia Comic on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. You can follow my boy, Wayne Frazier. You can follow him at The Balancing Act on his podcast on Mondays from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Yep.
Also follow him on Twitter at what?
Balancing Act pod.
There you
on
go.
Twitter. There you go.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for enjoying another episode of The Right Turn.
Shout out Daryl Vodka Time.
Diaz Mackey.
At Diaz Mackey.
We out.